Hi, everyone. Okay, it's an honor to be here to share this day with you today. And today, I would like to talk about the harmony in communities. And the idea I want to share with you is called this is the illusion of belonging. So, what harmonies in communities? Not harmonies as silence or agreement, but harmonies is a feeling that every person in a community is seen, heard, and valued. Yeah. Before I begin, I just want you to think about something for a moment. Okay, think the last time you were in a crowded rooms, surrounded by the conversations, laughters, and people. And the question is, have you ever felt alone in the middle of everyone? Yeah, maybe somehow you still felt alone, but you didn't realize that. Not because nobody was around you, but because nobody truly saw you. Let's take me an example. I still remember one of the a first event I attended at a Google Student Ambassador. The atmosphere were energetic and exciting. People were confidently introducing themselves, exchanging ideas, building connections, and moving effortlessly from one conversation to another. And from the outside, it looked like the perfect community. And I was there too. I smiled, I joined conversation, and I nodded at the right moment. So, so if you had looked at me that day, you probably would have thought that I belong there completely. But inside, I feel strangely disconnected. No one excluded me, no one made me feel unwelcome. But maybe somehow I still felt invisible. And that experience made me realize something important. Sometimes you do not need to be put out in order to feel left behind. Sometimes you can stand in the middle of the communities and still feel as though you do not truly exist within it, right? And we often imagine exclusion is something obvious, such as rejection, discrimination, or isolation. But I believe the most painful kind of exclusion is something is much quieter. It's happened when you are present, but not acknowledged when you speak, but no one genuinely listen. When you are physically included in a space, but emotionally disconnected from it. And and I believe we are living in that reality today. We live in a world where connections have never been easier. Yeah, we attend events, build networks, join communities, send messages to your friends, yeah, comment on posts, and interact online every single day. So among of those connections, so how many truly make you feel understood? Yo, for me, it's too hard to answer. So I came immediately to my laptop and type to find the answer. Yeah, it's just because I'm an IT student, so I'm typing very fast. So and I found that according to the research from the CIGNA, frequent social media user are more likely to experience of loneliness. And another study title is relevant to my topic today. Yeah, is named "Belonging and Loneliness in Cyberspace." Found that more than 90% of young people are regularly use social media. A significant number of adolescents and young adults still has experience of feeling loneliness and also social isolation. So what? Why? So if young people report feeling of loneliness and even why they constantly surrounded by the conversations. Why? Yeah, I believe it reveals a truth, it both simple and unsettling. We may be more connected than ever before, but that does not necessarily means we belong more deeply. So, and I think the most painful kinds of the dangerous part of this type, and this is the illusion of belonging. So, the illusion of being surrounded by people automatically means we belong. The illusion that being connected to people means we being understood. And the illusion that being included in space means we feeling value in it. No, it's not. Because, because sometimes people are present, but emotionally absent, visible, but not truly seen. And just because someone is a part of the conversation does not mean they feel safe enough to speak. Just because someone is surrounded by people does not mean they feel emotionally connected to them. And I think the most dangerous part of this kind of disconnection is silence. So when people do not feel seen, they rarely leave immediately. So they do not always complain, they do not always create conflict. Instead, they slowly begin to withdraw, which means they speak less, say less, and participate less. Eventually, they stop showing up emotionally long before they disappear physically. And yeah, and uh, and I think many of us have experienced that ourselves. Have you ever been in a conversation where you wanted to say something meaningful, but you choose to stay silent because you may thought that maybe no one really cares what I think? I believe that in that movement, yeah, the communities begin to lose its values. It's not because people walk away, but because people stop contributing from the heart. And that's why, sorry, and from and with that, I began to understand harmony differently. So harmony is not the absence of differences. It's not about everyone thinking on the same way, speaking with the same voice, or constantly agreeing with one another. For me, harmony is the ability for different people to exist in the same space without anyone being diminished. It's nor a force to become someone else just to feel accepted. Yeah. So a harmonious community is not the loudest one. It is the one where even quietest voices have a chance to be heard. And that's why my perspective changed completely because of a very small movement. At another event, I found myself standing quietly in a group of conversation again. Yeah, listening more than I speaking, just I usually did before. And yeah, and then someone turned to me and simply asked me like, "What do you think?" Well, that was such a small question, right? But what made this meaningful was this. Yeah, they actually waited for my answer. They did not interrupt me. They did not move on too weakly. They did not ask our politeness. They listened. So in that moment, nothing changed from the outside. Yeah, it was still like the same kind of rooms, the same kind of events, or even the same kind of people. Yeah, but inside, I feel strange. Everything felt different. For the first time, I didn't feel present. I felt seen. And a small moment taught me something to Raphael. Yeah. Um, Inclusion is not inviting people in. It is about making them feel that they are matters when they arrive. And a harmonious community is not the one where everyone emerges connected. It is the one where everyone is recognized. And it's look like and creating this type of harmonies is not require grand gesture. Like it's just begin with a small, various moments like pausing long enough to listen and asking the people who are what they think, and of course caring about the answer. And thirdly is the noticing the people who are often overlooked, because sometimes the people who speak the least is the one carrying the most dense, most meaningful ideas. And so perhaps the question we should be like asking like how to build bigger communities, but we must be asked like how do we create spaces where no one feels invisible? Yeah, that's all. And before I finish today, I just want you to do a small thing for the next time you find yourself in conversation again. Yeah, it's just like pause for a movement, look around the room, and asking yourself, who here has not been heard yet? Yeah, because sometimes a sensory small question like, what do you think? It can completely change someone's experience of loneliness. And in the end, harmony is not it does not begin with a grand slogan about communities. It begins in the small moment of human recognizance when we truly see someone truly listen and remind people that their reason matter. And of course, because of so so communities become only become truly harmonious when the people who has not who has not been in the middle of the crowd and still feels invisible. That's it. And thank you so much for listening.